Hello, ArchieLuxury reporting on Baselworld 2017. Baselworld 2017. This is where the watch industry releases all the new models for the current year, 2017, and it's been a bit of a tough time in the watch industry. It's been a tough time with sales in China in trouble, and the global economic situation where the economy is very sluggish. One of the big people for Baselworld releases is Rolex, and Rolex has they've done a few things this year. The most amazing thing is they've introduced a red sea dweller. Red sea dweller. Wowzers! This is it had to be done. I mean, the Rolex people are keeping their eye on what's valuable, what's popular. Hey, that's the easiest way to cash in on this collector market. Red sea dweller, a new red sea dweller. You've also got something that I think is absolutely amazing. They have released a two-tone sky dweller. Two-tone sky dweller. And, you know, it's funny. When they released the sky dweller originally, it was only in precious metals. And for them to have released it in two-tone tells you maybe it's not selling as much as they like. And I can imagine they've probably, normally big companies like Rolex, they'd make all these movements because that's their own in-house annual calendar movement. Sales probably haven't been as good as they liked, so we can introduce that model into a cheaper price point, two-tone. It's going to be a hell of a lot less expensive than solid gold, that's for sure. So very interesting decision on Rolex part there. The other thing is that we're gradually moving back in size. Rolex went very big for the last couple of years, bigger, bigger, bigger. And then they started to reverse. They reversed the truck, backed the truck up. They had the Day-Date 2, which then went back to 40 mil, the Day-Date 40. So it was a 36 mil, then it went to 41 and a bit, and then it's gone back to 40 mil. Now you've got Datejust 41. Datejust 41. And for ladies, I remember when they released 36 mil for ladies. Wow. Now it's 28 mil. So that's a big concession in size there. Maybe they got it all wrong. And it's quite an interesting number of developments at Baselworld. Baselworld indeed. So let's take a look at Rolex Baselworld 2017 Baselworld, and let's look at Rolex. And what has Rolex done at Baselworld 2017? Wow, the great collectors out there are going to go absolutely ballistic. They have done some magic stuff. Red Sea Dweller, that's right. The Red Sea Dweller. Remember, this is the icon everyone wants in the vintage world. Well, Rolex has always been a bit passé on the collector vintage market because, quite frankly, Rolex don't make shit from vintage sales. So how can you capture that enthusiasm, that excitement in the modern watch industry? Well, why not reintroduce the Red Sea Dweller? How much does it really cost to use a bit of red paint and have a Red Sea Dweller re-enter the scene? And that's exactly what's happened. The Rolex Sea Dweller is revisited for its 50th anniversary, and it's in a 43 mil case. Absolutely big size monster here. However, it's smaller than the 44 Deep Sea. Quite interesting. They've gone naturally the ceramic bezel, and it's quite amazing piece. This is a 4,000 feet, 1,220 meter diver watch, and it is probably one of the ultimate dive watches of all time. The other thing, what else has Rolex done? Well, they've done a few things here. We've got a Daytona. What have they done to the Yachtmaster 2? What is so special about this? I don't get this. What have they done to the Yachty 2 that wasn't there? Unique Regatta chronograph features a new display. Rolex is introducing the new Oyster Perpetual Yachtmaster 2. Its unique Regatta chronograph, dedicated yada yada yada, with a new dial and new hands. New dial, new hands. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. The exciting thing is, look at this. Rolex has done the unthinkable. The deep sea? No. The Sea Dweller? Well, it's a red one. That's a pretty clever idea. Sky Dweller in two-tone. Sky Dweller in two-tone. And I gotta tell you, this I think is a winning formula. Why would they do this? Probably what's happened is they overestimated the demand for the Sky Dweller. Rolex probably made the movements in advance in a big batch, and to move them out, yep, let's bring out a two-tone. And if it really doesn't sell, then we'll bring out a steel version. Maybe I'm a bit cynical, maybe I'm being a bit harsh here, but it's the Sky Dweller itself is Rolex's first annual calendar. And I gotta tell you, I think it looks great in two-tone. This is absolutely perfect. It's a great combo killer deal. A great combo killer deal. So they've gone. I quite like the two-tone Sky Dweller. I quite like it. I quite like it indeed. And we've also seen, well, we've got a Cellini moon phase. That's actually quite nice. But look at this. Datejust 41 and Lady Datejust 28. They've admitted they were too big. I remember when they were releasing Lady Datejust at 36 mil. That was a blunder. That's a blunder. But the 41 Datejust, so it's bigger than the Day-Date 40, but it's smaller than Datejust 2. So the proportions, it does look smaller. The new Datejust 41 are equipped with a redesigned 41mm case. Okay, and they've done something with the movement. Yes, yes, yes. I think this could be a really cool Datejust indeed. That's a damn good looking watch. And they've gone for the Lady Datejust 28. Do they still have the 26 mil? That is the question. Are they going to abandon them? These new Lady Datejust feature a redesigned larger 28 mil case and a new generation movement. Okay, yada yada yada. So they've increased it. I don't know whether they're going to kill the standard Datejust. That's a 26 mil. So it's interesting. They've moving. I think Rolex is conceding they may have jumped the gun on big pieces. But Baselworld, razzle dazzle Baselworld. That's amazing. A red Sea Dweller. I would never have thought that would have happened. That's what happens when the economy turns to shit. China's slow. The world is very tough. And also a two-tone Sky Dweller. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I don't know whether we'll see a steel Sky Dweller in next year's Baselworld releases. I'm Paul Pluta for the ArchieLuxury channel. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Great bid.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece. We adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.